welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked. Now, after years of training under the likes of Matt Manning and in some of the kitchens of the most renowned restaurants like Chef's Warehouse, Tali and Mondial Kitchen and Bar, now private chef in Cape Town, hailing from Polokwane, Tiisetso Sebola joins us to share his food journey and how it all started before he takes me into the kitchen and teaches me a little thing or two.
Yes.
Buddy, welcome to it.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you here. You've obviously got an incredible resume, and I would imagine making that shift to becoming a private chef, that's interesting in itself. But where did it all begin? Where did the love of food and that idea that you could possibly become a chef first set in?
So it all started when I was maybe like around 13, 14. I just started enjoying food from my mom's cooking. She's a fantastic cook. Watching too much Jamie Oliver shows, a lot of Jamie Oliver shows. And then at first I didn't think I was gonna become a chef. I just thought it would be something like a hobby, something that I do in the meantime. And then as time went by, I just fell in love with everything and I decided to study culinary arts.
It's one thing studying it, it's another thing being thrown into the coalface and working in the high pressured, I mean, it's crazy. We get an inside view into what it takes to run a top kitchen, and you've worked in some of the best. What has that experience been like, working in that space?
It's definitely like a hectic workspace. The pressure is a lot. The pressure is like, not like you see on TV or anything in movies or anything like that, but it's very, very high pressure. It's at the same time, if you love what you're doing and you do what you love, it'll be a fantastic like journey for you in all. But what I can say to like people that want to become chefs and stuff like that, like just go in and put your mind to it and then don't stress about anything else. But it's definitely high pressure.
Working under some of the best and seeing how you've evolved, what would you say makes a good chef right now? Is it a natural sense of taste? Is it your eye? Is it your fortitude, the fact that you can just keep going? What do you think has made you successful?
Definitely creativity. You know, you have to have the creative mindset. You have to be able to, you have to find yourself first. You know, like when you start off, it's not gonna be something that just picks up from the get-go, like, okay, I know what I want to do. I know how to put this together. It has to be a certain structure. Everything has to get along, you know? So it's all about the creativity in the sense of you have to be able to look at different ingredients, work with what you have, the skills that you have to acquire certain skills to join certain ingredients and stuff together.
It's almost like playing jazz, where you've got to have the foundation.
Yes, definitely. You have to have a foundation, basic foundation, and then from there, it's a journey. So from there, you just pick up and learn different things and join your different knowledge from here and there and then put it together and work a masterpiece.
And you're going to be creating, I'm going to help you create a masterpiece a little bit later, so I can't wait to be a part of that.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing something pretty cool. You're hosting an event where you are going to be putting a South African spin on a lot of classic dishes. And this is something I've seen that's happening a lot within South Africa as our chefs have kind of gained prominence, yes, but confidence as well in local cuisine, local delicacies, kind of maybe traditional ways of approaching things. Why is it so important for you to put that South African spin on, let's be honest, cooking traditions that have existed for centuries?
For a long, very, very long time. For me, it's something that came from like, I grew up with the food, you know, we all grew up with the food, and my sense of creativity, which is something that kind of relate to the previous question, is like getting the foundation and finding yourself and finding what works for you, you know. And I found that what works for me is using local ingredients, you know, not completely taking like a traditional or local dish and flipping it into a different dish, but just using like certain ingredients that make a dish and turn it into something else, you know, something that can complement, like looking at an international dish, like a French dish or like a Spanish dish, and then adding a local ingredient to it that can make it seem like a local dish, but taste also like a French or a Spanish dish, you know what I mean?
And no pressure at all, because there's so much tradition that you've got to answer to in that process. So that all being said, what are your 5 staples? What 5 South African ingredients should every chef be leaning on?
I wouldn't say for every chef, maybe for people that just love cooking. I think aromat for me is something that I always have. It's just flavor on flavor on flavor. Acha, definitely. That's one of my favorite ingredients. Mealie meal, I think everyone in South Africa should have like mealie meal to make pap, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're having a braai or whatever, you gotta have the pap.
It's like polenta in Europe, you gotta have it, man, yeah.
What else? I think that's about it. I mean, I don't have 5, but those are top 3 for me.
Well,
I can go on with like different other ones.
We're going to explore a few of those now. I know we're making an acha aioli, which is going to be really cool. And a little bit later, using crispy chicken skin. And I think that it was God's gift to humanity, was crispy chicken skin. I think that is one of the greatest things that we get to cook.
That's what makes fried chicken.
Exactly, brother, exactly. So good to have you here. Privatechefstudio.co.za is where you can find them, and we're going to keep his details up. And I cannot wait to get into the kitchen to see you work your magic, my friend. Stay tuned for 2 amazing classic dishes with a South African twist. And we're going to be preparing arancini with acha aioli, as I said, as well as pan-fried fish with mussels, spinach puree, and crispy chicken skin, baby. Is your mouth watering yet? Well, before then, let's find out how to start your own business in South Africa to really get those creative juices flowing.